to my local gun store down here in South Florida, and I was able to find this Taurus G3C for a really good price. It MSRP is around $339. If you go on Taurus's website, that's the price they'll give you. I was able to pick this up for 260 bucks. Right, so a nice compact 9mm for 260. Let's see what we get in the box. All right, so when you open the box up here, you have your typical Taurus-y things, right? So you have your warranty. You're gonna have your instruction safety book that it comes with, and here's the pistol itself. Let's set this aside for a second over here. Okay, so it does come with 3 12-round magazines. So that is going to fully depend on where you live, right? So if you live in one of the free states, you'll get the 12-rounders. If you live in one of the ones where your magazines are restricted, you're gonna get the 10-round magazines, but you will get 3 of them, right? So let's put this to the side here in this one. And you'll also get your, usual lock that you get with all the other guns. Let's put these over here for a second, and let's go over the pistol. Let's get out of this wrap. Okay. All right, so out of the box, you see it here, the Taurus G3C. Let's just go ahead and double check, make sure that it is safe and clear. It does have this little chamber flag in it, but we still want to check. All right, so nothing in the mag, and as you can see here, there's nothing in the chamber. So, Taurus G3C. If you go on YouTube and you YouTube Taurus G3C, you're gonna see 100 videos, mine included now. But this is your typical polymer frame striker fire pistol. This one here is in the 9mm caliber. Like I told you earlier, has a capacity of 12+1 barrels, about 32. What the hell am I talking about? It's about 3.2 inches. With the empty mag inserted, it tells you that it weighs around 22 ounces. Let's just see how accurate that is. Let me get my handy dandy scale that I got from my friendly neighborhood Walmart. All right, so what does this say here? 1 pound, 6.2 ounces. So yeah, about 22 ounces. Look at that. They were right. All right, so the slide here has a Tenefer finished, or so they say from what I've seen. They seem to wear out just as quickly as the G2C. We are going to put that to the test. Plan on taking it to the range and putting some rounds through it to see how that wears from in and out of holsters. It says that it has a 4.5 pound trigger pull, right? So let's see. We're good. 4.5 pound trigger pull. Very spongy trigger here. But let me see. It feels about 4.5 pounds. The trigger is really spongy, but the reset is not horrible. There's your reset. All right. So if you work your trigger resets when you're shooting, which you should, prep your trigger. You have a nice clear wall. And look at that. Little to no creep once you get to the wall. We'll do it again. All right. So all in all, not a horrible trigger. The one cool thing about Tauruses is that they offer restrike capability. All that means is that you can squeeze the trigger. If you have a dud round, you can just keep squeezing the trigger. I don't generally like to do that. If I have a dud round, I rack slide and I continue with my day. I don't want to waste precious range time just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. I'm not going to do all that. Now, the one good thing that I do like about the Taurus G3C is that right out of the box, it comes with metal sights. So let me see if I can get this to line up for you. Where the heck am I at? Oh, no. And all right. Maybe there. All right, cool. So you have a serrated rear sight with your basic, white dot on the front, but they are metal. Best thing about it is that they are Glock sight compatible, right? So 90% of the sights that are available out there are Glock compatible. So you can really get any sight that you want with this pistol. Now they do make the Taurus Toro version, which I do not have, but that one comes with an optic plating system up here, so you can throw on a Holosun, Trijicon, whatever you want, right? So we'll make the iron sights not obsolete per se. I would recommend, you still get a good pair of iron sights, but it won't matter as much when you have the dot thrown on it. A lot of people are going to talk crap about this manual safety here. I could do without it. Not a fan, but it's not the end of the world. For a $260 gun, if you have to deal with this manual safety, it is what it is. But now that we're talking about it, let's talk about the safeties. So it has your traditional trigger block safety here. So if you squeeze, let's see, if you squeeze from the sides of the trigger, your trigger will not go in. You have to actually get your finger on that trigger bar, pull it back, and make sure that's how you engage the trigger. Now, you throw your safety on and you are not doing anything. It'll lock up the gun and obviously, make it safe. It's the point of the safety. A lot of people don't like it. They say it's another thing to get past, right? So if you have to use it, it's another thing to get past. But all in all, you can just rock it with the safety off and just go to work. I don't mind it. It's a nice little place to like put your thumb, little edge to give it to you. But all in all, not a deal breaker, right? Taurus is known for giving you a good gun at a good price, right? So for $260, that's hard to beat. I mean, you could go with a high point, but I mean, we all gotta admit, this looks a million times better than a high point. It still has, your classic pistol look, and not that weird brick look that your high points have. Not downing the high points because, I mean, again, they've proven to be effective and efficient. Like they just look weird. We can all agree on that. They look funky. But again, $260. What do you guys think? Would you buy for $260? We're gonna take it to the range and we're gonna put some rounds through it, and I'll give you my, my opinion. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention: the grip here on the frame of the pistol. It's really aggressive. It has some really nice texture on it. I live in South Florida. It's hot. It's humid. When I go out and I shoot, my hands get sweaty. Just like with a standard Glock, once my hands start to sweat, I can feel that gun wanting to slip out of my hands. With this, not so much. You put this mag in it, I get a full purchase on that grip. Not horrible, but I do like the texture. The texture is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I'll still put some gloves on once I get a couple hundred rounds on my range strip, because my hands sweat, and texture or no texture, sweaty hands suck. So yeah, I'm gonna take it to the range and let's see how it performs. All right, guys, so we are back from the range. You can tell that the pistol looks a little different than it did, right? It actually looks used, so first things first, let's make sure, right? Nothing in the mag well, nothing in the chamber. So let's talk about it. We went to the range and put about 500 rounds through the gun, right? So we had some of the Fiocchi 9mm, just regular Fiocchi training ammo, and then I went and bought the CCI Blazer ammunition. This is the aluminum stuff, right? So I wanted to make sure we ran something other than brass through the pistol just to see how it cycled, and I am happy to report that there were no problems. This thing ran like a champ. 500 trouble-free rounds. On top of that, like I was telling you guys before, that texture made it a pleasure to shoot. I don't typically like small guns, but I am willing to make an exception for this one. This thing was awesome. The recoil was really easy to handle. My 8-year-old son and I were able to shoot this thing no problem at all. As you can see though, the gun seems to be wearing rather quickly. They say that this is a 10 for finish, but it has some signs of wear. By the looks of it, it looks like I ran 5,000 rounds and I've owned it for a year. But it doesn't affect its functionality, so I mean, it is what it is. It is something to take note of though. All in all, for 260 bucks, this thing was a steal. I would definitely recommend this gun to anyone watching. In the past, Taurus may have made some iffy guns, but this one ran perfectly. If I can find another one of these for under $300 again, I'll definitely buy another one. So what do you guys think? Would you own a Taurus? More importantly, would you trust a Taurus for your everyday carry? Let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be putting out more content here shortly. This is my first attempt at filming and editing a video ever. So if you guys have any useful tips or tricks, shoot them down in the comment section and yeah, let me know. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Take it easy.